So you filed for a green card application and now your case is stuck in a backlog. But what is a backlog and why are green card backlogs actually a thing at this moment? In this video, we'll talk about green card backlogs in 2023, why they happen, and what you can do about it. Hello everybody and welcome back to Immigration Channel. This is where we explain complex immigration matters in short, simple videos. We make immigration easy. And in this video, we'll talk about green card backlogs in 2023. What are they and why do actually green card backlogs happen and how you can deal with those backlogs. I'm going to try to give you some predictions for the next few months. Most people are confused about why we have so many backlogs. Why is it actually happening? So I'll explain to you all the different concepts. We'll talk about annual limit for visas, per country quotas, and administrative delays, and how all these things work together. If you're interested in this, make sure you watch this video all the way until the end. If you're here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. As always, if your case is stuck and you need my help, all you have to do is send me a text, 619-483-4549. So let's talk about the green card backlogs. Green card backlogs have been a big issue for immigrants for many, many years. Because the demand for green cards consistently exceeds the supply, therefore the backlog continues to grow. And the result of this backlog, it creates a lot of uncertainty, anxiety, and a lot of issues for the immigrants who are waiting for their appointments, for their visas to be issued. In this video, I'm going to explain to you a little bit more about the current state of this backlog in 2023 as we're ending the month of July, heading to August, and almost coming to the end of the fiscal year, heading to the new fiscal year, FY 2024, which starts in October 1st. So, what is a green card backlog and why is it happening? The green card backlog refers to the significant delays in the processing and the approval of green cards, specifically the approvals of green cards. It could be also for family petitions, but also for employment. And these backlogs happen because of multiple reasons. First of all, because of the annual limits on green cards, also because of the per country quotas, and finally because of processing delays because of administrative and bureaucratic hurdles. And I'm going to explain to you each one of these points. Number one, what are these annual limits I just referred to? So the government issues a very limited number of green cards per category. For example, the yearly cap on employment-based green cards is only 144,000, and for family-sponsored green card, it's only 226,000 per year. The demand for green cards often exceeds these numbers, and therefore we have these backlogs. Now let's talk about the second thing. Now let's talk about per country quotas. Remember, we talked about the three factors: the annual limits, per country quotas, and the bureaucratic delays. So what are these per country quotas? The Immigration and Nationality Act sets per country limits on the number of green card issues to make sure there's diversity among immigrants that are moving to the United States. No single country can receive more than 7% of the total green cards given in a particular category. And therefore these quotas lead to longer wait times for applicants from countries with high demand for green cards. Countries like India, China, the Philippines, and Mexico. And that's the reason, for example, when US citizen siblings file for their family members from Mexico, the Philippines, India, and China, sometimes the wait can be up to 20 years, as opposed to applicants from other countries where the wait times are a little bit less long. Finally, we'll talk about bureaucratic delays. The process of getting a green card involves dealing with several government agencies: USCIS, National Visa Center, Department of State, embassies, and consulates. Each agency have their own processing times and their own backlogs. In addition, issues as security check, admin processing can cause even more delays for applicants that are going through these different agencies. For example, let's take the National Visa Center. Just last month, they had over 388,000 applicants that were documented complete, waiting for interviews to be scheduled. These applicants are essentially in the backlog of National Visa Center because National Visa Center is waiting for embassies to open interview slots. At the same month, we're talking about the end of June, beginning of July, only 36,000 applicants were scheduled for visa interviews. Those applicants were also in the backlog before. It just tells you out of 380,000, only 36,000 were able to get interviews. It just shows you because MVC is going through severe backlog. NVC is going through severe delays because of the amount of cases that are sitting there, and not enough visa interviews are open at US embassies and consulates worldwide. In addition of that, delays, annual limits, and the per country quotas lead to these huge backlogs that are happening right now in 2023. And what is Congress going to do to fight this backlog? Well, they have a few proposals they're considering. Number one, increasing the visa quotas. If they're going to raise the annual limit of green cards, more applicants are going to be eligible for green cards every single year. Hopefully increasing visa quotas is going to be something they're going to do, and we're going to see some major impact moving to the next year. Number two, eliminating per country caps. As I mentioned before, each country is subject to a cap on the number of green cards that can be issued for that country. If they remove this cap, we may be able to see a more equal distribution of visas. And finally, the most logical thing to do, which we think is going to happen very soon, is recapturing unused visas. Unused visas from previous years are typically lost. And this contributes to this growing backlog. To address this issue, some proposals suggest why not just recapture those unused visas and make them available for distribution in the current year. And this is something that is most likely to pass very soon. It's a very logical thing to do, and it's easy to do. The other things that I mentioned is more complicated and requires some more legislation. If they're going to recapture unused visas, we're going to have more visas to use this year, and therefore the backlog will slightly go forward, and therefore helping fight this massive backlog. The current administration is definitely doing something to help, but it's definitely not enough. But hopefully after watching this video, you understand why we have this huge backlog, what's happening right now in 2023 when you watch this video, and I hope that you also have hope that something good is going to happen in the next few months leading to the next fiscal year to help fight this backlog. If you're waiting to get your visa interview, if you're stuck and you need help, we're here for that. Text me 619-483-4549. I'm here to help you. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.